Well, hello everybody. Bones annual, and we're just waiting on Skylar, but we are here for Epilogue of Dungeons and Dragons, Dragonfall. So
Hello.
we'll probably be sitting on this screen rather than the map screen for this, because it's gonna be just a bunch of chatting, basically. But oh my god, am I excited! Ah. What's everyone doing?
I'm doing okay. I think the meds really hit me today.
Oh. As in sleepy or just like good way?
Uh, Not a good way. Nauseous,
Oh.
shaky, achy. So me too. I hope so too.
Cameron sent Skylar a little message. Or three. Wah. Wah. Okay, we'll give it another 5 minutes, then I might give her a call. If she's sleeping. Cause I don't want to skip this, but I can't do it if one person's not here. Wouldn't. Yeah. Fleet Week started in Star Citizen. The Idris sold out in literally a minute.
What is Fleet Week?
The Star Citizen, like, special yearly week where they bring stuff that, like, is no longer for sale back out temporarily in limited amounts, or they put the new ship out in limited amounts, or both. currently there's a in-game tour of the Idris series that you can go to by going to the top of the tower in Area 18, where the weapon shop is. There's a bunch of rental ships that rotate daily going on that aren't usually available. The convention center's got, you know, the celebration going on. It's apparently, oh, I didn't read the full lore, but it's like, you know, when the first fleet launched, basically.
They're also doing a Hunt the Polaris mission.
Yeah.
Get a special currency. And still no idea what it's for.
Who knows? But yeah, that's what's going on, and I was like, that's cool. Let me know when it's not limited quantities and can be bought in-game.
But yeah, I'm having fun with it when frickin' the whole sea crap works. Clearly, I'm just, okay, I'm at my delivery destination. Just make me my little delivery spot. Okay, I sit here. Cannot unload while your ship is moving. My engines are literally turned off. But apparently I'm slightly drifting. Whatever.
Cat, you better not be cheating on your diet.
The old chunky boy. Alright, I'm gonna put
It
you
might be
on.
my imagination, but I think he's getting better.
Good. Right, let me call Skylar, I'll be right back. Oh, she didn't pick up, but hopefully maybe it would at least draw attention. Maybe we should hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully. I mean, I guess we can start. And then just hopefully Skylar will show up at some point for getting done what Revit will be up to post campaign. And it's also like the Q&A part where if you had any questions of secrets around the Badlands and stuff that you never got to go to or whatever curiosities you have. But yeah, okay, so congratulations, you have saved the world. Save the world.
Yay, world saving.
Of course, there's a long period of adjustment for everyone. Having been on the surface for a while, and some of you, or one of you, being born on the surface, you're certainly able to help certain people adjust. But it's about time once everything starts to actually settle, that you get to go back to your own life. Whoa, Kai! Hi, thanks for continuing to be a Bone Guardian with your Prime for 6 months. Heck yeah. Yes, you get to go back to your own lives, and you have the whole of your many, many years ahead of you. What that may entail. Sometimes there are things that might creep up that require your attention, but nothing really campaign worthy, we'll say. There's nothing so serious that you all have to get back together to deal with it, you know?
Yeah.
So, let's start with someone who I know is very excited. What's Syrah up to after this campaign?
Okay, I have multiple things.
Of course.
First order of business is to search the refugees of Alcor to try to find her mother.
Alright, and with enough determination and, you know, knowing exactly what she looks like,
Mhm.
you eventually find her. There is... strange to see her in, like, new clothing
Mm.
with, like, makeup and her hair actually, like, done. But you still recognize her.
I'll approach her. Hello, Mother.
Stops, turns, looks at you. I knew you'd seek me out eventually.
Yeah.
Sort
So?
of folds her arms. So,
What's next for you?
me and Greco gotta find somewhere down here to continue doing what we're doing, business together, being together.
I see. I would humbly like to ask to lend my aid in that endeavor.
Alright. I accept. So you don't have to do anything humbly given what you just achieved.
I'd like to try to get a read on her. What's going on? Is she what emotions is she showing?
Alright, insight check.
Yeah.
With advantage because it's your
let's-
mother.
Yeah. I have let's see, insight. Oof, 12. I'm going to use magical guidance on this. I think that's worth.
Yeah.
I want to know really badly. Is it rerolling 1 die? Magical guidance. Yeah, reroll 1d20. So.
Well, that 1d20 has advantage, so re-roll it.
Okay, well,
23.
23.
Your mother, in all of her unwavering confidence in her own actions and decisions, is accepting your help because you offered it, and also because in her way that she always seems to be, she feels like she's right. That, like, this whole thing about you saving the world is because she treated you like she did. She's like, her treating you like shit is what drove you to these actions, therefore she should get some of the credit. And if you helping her at this time that's like, well, damn right you should. She's just not saying that out loud. But yeah, I'm your mother. You should help me.
Sarah just doing this out of the goodness of her heart. I as Maxine would not do this, but this is Sarah. This is absolutely what she would do.
Forever entitled, like.
Yeah.
Despite never doing anything to deserve any sort of good.
Sarah would help her find a place. Help them get on their feet for a few months after getting that initial read. And then...
Well... What?
Let me just reset my stuff.
That's okay. Given your mother's nature, she doesn't really, like, New Hope is fine enough, but it kind of reminds her a bit too much of... Well, it's no Allcore, let's say that. And eventually you find a spot that's deserving of her in Gold Shield. And Greco, fun enough, pretty nice guy.
Yeah, I'd like to get along with him.
Like he used to run a casino in Allcore with his 4 brothers. And he talks fondly of them. And he's like, well, I know it's a bit awkward, but still, like, I don't know what it is. There's something about the way she's so confident all the time. I just kind of fell in love with her, I guess. And so, yeah, I guess.
I see.
And, yeah. He seems to be, like, genuinely in love with her. Getting a read off your mom is not too sure. Like, she's kind of getting what she wants from him. How far actual emotions go for her is a different matter. So, you know, despite your insight checks and that, like, you still can't completely rule out that she cares for him.
I see.
And so, yeah, he basically, you get a little spot that you can live, and he talks to some of the current, like, gambling hall owners. And starts to get a bit of business, like basically financial manager of stuff. And yeah, he's a hardworking guy, makes a lot of money, like spends some ungodly hours having to work. Like, you know, he's on the night shift one night, and then he's running things during the day the next day, and then he might get a day off. You know? But he seems to be enjoying it. It's like he likes what he does. Like, there's no...
Okay. That's good to know. Then okay.
But yeah,
After a few months of observing, Sierra will in like a guest room or whatever that she would have been staying in, cast let's see, how do I do this display in
a
how do
guest
I
room of the
display it in
house you
the
meant you
display in
help
VT?
them
Yes,
get?
yes. I will cast major image at level 6, creating a permanent image.
Okay.
This image will be of Sierra as she was before she left.
The first time?
Yes, but with hair that's as black as her mother's, and just in bed, facing away from the rest of the room. And Sierra's, despite how cynical and I don't know, how hurt she was when she was younger, when she was less experienced, she really is, she wants to believe that her mother can change.
Okay.
And write a letter that she'll leave to her. Saying things like, it was not your influence that made me the way I am. I have the blood of celestials. You are just another person, and I'm just another person. I did the things that I did because I believed they were right. And I know that you did the things that you did because you believed they were right. But they weren't. They didn't help me at all. They didn't change anything. And I'll leave you with what you wanted. A child that never says anything, never gets out of bed, never complains. But you can never touch her. And that's it.
Okay. It becomes clear over the months that you were there, Rico did not know anything about your mother's like home life, besides what you imagine probably told him about being.
And of course, saying this, I do leave. Of course, I'm not going to stick around to find out what happens afterwards.
Oh yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, I just realized, like it becomes clear about how Gregor told us, like, yeah, your mother definitely like didn't mention any of that. Like,
sure, yeah,
spun it as her being like a neglected housewife or something, you know.
Yeah, so that's all of that off of Sierra's chest. After that, and probably intermittently, she would live with Zephyr in the Sacred Grove. Have some dragon babies.
Oh, hell yeah. Speaking of the Sacred Grove, though, Zephyr has, and of course Manon have kind of opened it up and basically made a commune up there, as some of the people from Orlcor are that way inclined, and of course people start slowly readopting the old ways of
Awesome.
living among the spirits of the elements and paying homage to the dragons as you would a kitsune and giving them
Mm-hmm.
tokens of thanks and just hoping to keep them happy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
I'd make sure to get to know everyone who comes there and take care of them.
as you can imagine, it's mostly like built amongst the trees. No space is ever cleared to build a home there. It's all freaking bridges from tree to tree and stuff like that. So then,
Mhm. Of course, I've got the names for the first three, but
okay. All right, dragon babies, let's go.
yeah. Deciding really quick if I want to roll for gender, but they'll decide it on their own. That's not
Exactly.
given name wise though. Let's see what's the thing. I wrote them down. Yeah. Aquila for a girl, Oster for a boy, and Volt for a NB, or someone who's like Zephyr.
Yeah. Cool.
And those are named after the Roman versions of the cardinal directions of winds or whatever. Zephyr is the east wind, or is it the north? I don't remember, but it's in Greek.
Okay, yeah. Fucking wholesome.
Yeah. And make sure that I'm in contact with my Dragonborn family, and they get to meet their grandchildren and things, and cousins, and yeah.
Yeah. One day you get a letter.
Oh, letter. We just got a letter.
It is from your father.
Ah. Yeah.
It says, "Dear Sarah, I hope this letter finds you well. I've taken quite a lot of time to find my place in this world, and it might not be much, but if you ever are in the vicinity of New Hope, wait, hold on. Ah, shit, where's my notes gone? I closed it.
Ah.
Okay, right, hold on. You can come by the New Hope Trading Company, where Galan has thankfully very kindly given me a job. I'm learning all sorts of things. I'm learning to bake, learning to measure out weights of, well, stuff and things for trading. Well, a lot of carrying and hard labor, but it's honest work and I'm happy to do it. So, don't know if any of you and your friends ever come by the house you still have here, but And if you do, stop in. Be great to see you.
Yeah, definitely. I'll stop in. And
Sign Dad.
how much longer after staying there would that letter have come?
That letter would have come about a year after the end of the campaign.
Okay. Then Sierra will visit and bring her eldest child with her.
Okay. That goes extremely well. And yeah, he's he seems a lot better. He's got like new clothes, like they're modest clothes, but they're not what he was wearing before. You can see he's like put on some weight because he's eating properly. His hair's a bit more kept, and you're not too sure, but you think that Galar may actually be sweet on him. But maybe it's just
Awesome.
because Galen's just such a friendly guy. But I don't know.
It's cute.
It's weird. He looks younger now because of
Of course,
the fact that
yeah.
he's just living better.
That's awesome.
He's really happy to see he's got a grandchild, and he knew his best to be a good grandpa, or at least, but better grandpa than he was a father.
Yeah.
He still does those little stabs at himself, like.
Yeah. I don't stop him from doing that. That's something that he'll have to learn to live with.
Yeah. But yeah, he does well, and he's less hesitant to like give you a hug and stuff like that than he was. And yeah, it's a good time.
Okay. One last thing. Just checking something really quick
Okay.
on a spell. Okay. I will, over the next years, learn the spell Word of Recall, allowing me to transport between places of my faiths.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I would like to, if possible, get a job somewhere, probably in Gold Shield, to I don't know exactly how to describe what I want her to do, but just like, I don't know, help the people, raise, promote being nice to each other. There's of course the racism that we initially experienced when we visited Gold Shield the first time. When we secreted that mother away from the city.
Yeah.
And to
That's
to New Hope.
yeah. Oh, you see her, by the way, while you're in New Hope. She's doing great.
Awesome. I'd make sure that my kids get along with her kids. Be a good mother.
Yeah. But honestly, that mission of just helping people and stuff, that definitely is pretty easy in Gold Shield now the Gold King's back in full force. Like, a lot of that is definitely being swooshed
Yeah.
out, maybe banished a bunch of nobles.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And if possible, do that in other places as well, like be like an ambassador or something. You put my charisma to good use.
yeah, no, you're like a missionary or something, just for
Yeah.
being a good person. And yeah, given what you've done and what you're known for as a hero, it definitely you're just speaking a lie everywhere you go, and
Mhm.
there's not really anyone who would speak against you on that.
Yeah. Go around helping local places of healing and things, and travel, and of course, at any point, I can word call to go see my families.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I wanted to do with Sierra. Just have a good life. Just the what's the words? A something something is a life well lived. I don't remember the full quote. Yes, the best revenge is a life well lived.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
To her abusive parent, but her dad's better.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
What name did I give for freaking the goblin guy again? Greco?
Greco.
Greco.
Greco. Yeah. Isn't that the?
Isn't that the Tales of Avernus? Greco?
Yeah,
I'll say Greco.
Greco. Yeah, like Greco-Roman. It's like Sierra,
Yeah.
Cyrus.
You get a short letter from Greco at one point. Being like,
Okay.
the same. Took some time, but your mother finally explained what that was about in your room. I just want you to know that. That was horrible. And I would... Well, let's just say I'm not putting up with that. I'm no longer with your mother, but if you ever want to... If you're ever in Gold Shield, still please feel free to stop by and say hi.
Okay. Yeah, I'll absolutely stay high.
I feel...
And of course, I'll check to see if the illusion is still there. It can be dispelled if her mother wanted to expend resources to do that.
It's still there. But Greco's no longer living there.
I see.
It's just her.
Okay. Then, sometimes she might go there while her mother is out and just leave a sign that she was there. Disturbed sheets on the bed, where she would sit with her self that could have been.
Okay.
And also visit him, of course.
Yeah. He says a very... Definitely... Rico-coded insult, say, I'm not a frugal man. Wait, sorry. Am I right? No, I'm not. What is it? Frugal, the penny pinching one, or is it the other way around?
Yeah.
Not a frugal one.
Frugal is that you're not spending a lot of money.
I have never been and never will be a frugal man, but I am ashamed by dirtying any coin I ever spent on that woman.
I cannot blame you for that.
God, I feel I should apologize for even being with it, but
No, it's not knowing everything about a person is normal, especially when you haven't known them for very long. Of course, I've known her for my whole life until
yeah, she
I
had
left.
me convinced I knew everything about her. But,
That's
moving on.
well. If you ever need me, I will definitely be all over the place. I'll, of course, probably like with funds or whatever, get sending stones to keep and give to people who catch my eye, or I decide need the like I guess like reassurance that they have me on call.
Okay.
Downtrodden people or orphans or just friends and family and everyone I meet who I like.
Okie dokie. Yeah, he's got himself situated, but basically made one of the function rooms into his own little like apartment in the casino.
Awesome.
He's just now never
Sierra,
leaving work basically, but he loves it.
Sierra, of course, was a gambler at one point.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, so that's all of that. Okay.
Yeah, that's all of that. Oh, goodness.
Alright. So, let's see. Okay, next in line with the reactives is the Breck. So, what does Champion of Earth, the Great Mountain Daughters, do with festive days?
Well,
The
as I imagine, there wasn't a bunch of nature up in Alcor, considering where it was. I think you would start by helping them readjust to the nature down on the surface. And as part of, well, being raised by Druid, it's help that they don't. I don't know how to describe it, but basically take it for granted. Just like overextend and just destroy it.
Yeah, you'll be surprised how many druids were actually in the dragon. Like, not in Olcor, but like in the outlying sections, there were places where druid magic was used to like be able to make crops and stuff like that. Keep the city self-sustaining. So yeah, there's definitely people among them that can help with that. Of course, with everything going on, there's a lot of people that definitely has a change of lifestyle in many ways, because they're used to like buying all the ingredients they need, which they can still do here, but like there's not so much of it available in single places, and yeah. Like, some of them find it hard to believe they're gonna have to, for some cases, walk days to a different village to get some particular things they're used to getting just down the road, sort of thing.
Right.
they start to learn what down the road actually means, and that's a long road.
The road's gotten a lot longer.
The druids that raised you have basically carved Tor's draconic remains out of stone and kind of recreated them where they were. And basically continued their practice. They've chiseled out next to the new remains basically about the size of like the guiding stones in Skyrim, but with like in Druidic the the words of Tor and explaining the historic significance of this site, but in Druidic. So not many people can actually read it besides Druids.
Right.
As of course, being his site, Tor does visit pretty often. Especially as people start trying to give him more tributes and stuff like that. The dwarven folk that you met in Ishkal, actually move in that way with the druids and build their own homes on sort of the outskirts of the grove itself. Means that their ways of stone and that are, while in keeping with the ways of Tor they know, it's still like hewing stone to build their houses is like Tor's gift. Whereas like some of the druids are a bit like, I did not break the ground as much as possible. But like eventually that sort of like misunderstanding between them smooths out as they discuss it more and share the beliefs that like basically making this unified belief system of Tor's original teachings and the derived teachings of Tor that their druid ways got together. Definitely prevent there's no like rapid expansionism like New Hope does grow, but it doesn't push out further than, well, its little island there surrounded by the rivers. Any other plans, points of order?
Beyond traveling to and listening for sightings of giants, because there was still that cult he had partially left for. People who disavowed Tor and helped them get back to the right path now that Tor is awake.
All right.
But basically, like, just traveling monk or whatnot.
Basically, yeah, spreading the word of the old ways and the respecting of the elemental dragons and such, and finding people who were believing that and are now allowed to openly believe that again. Yeah, I remember that.
He's gonna crack a few skulls along the road.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That probably happened. How long are even total lives? I don't think. Surprisingly, despite
Surely
total
they should be.
lifespans.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're the same as our
It's so
humans.
weird. Yeah. Turtles should live a long time. IMO.
Let's see.
Oogway it up.
Yeah. It doesn't mention age at all.
Yeah, I find that if it doesn't mention age, it's usually a human lifespan.
Yeah. I think they've also just kind of taken age out of most the classes. Oh wait, here we go. In the updated total, a total can spend decades away from their native land without feeling homesick. Yeah, so they must live quite long to be able to have decades by, like, I don't know, it makes it seem like they have a lot of years to spend if casual decades without feeling homesick.
Question for the ages. Ugh.
Oh wait, that's because I was looking at the fucking monster block apparently. Apparently the races stat block is not there.
Yeah. I try and click on races for the stat block, and it's just like, page not found. Yard.
Yeah. Okay, this page says they live 50 years. Which is odd. They're turtles though. They live a long time. Whatever. Moving on. Right. Still hella concerned. Sky. Oh no.
Yeah.
She's probably asleep. To be honest.
Yeah. Well, quickly before we move on to Rev, I'm gonna quickly give her another call. If there's anything else you think of, Tex, feel free to let me know when I get back.
It'll do.
Yeah, no answer. Yeah. Okay. Ah. Right, the text, did anything come to mind? Mhm. Okay, right, Kriv. What do you do after the campaign comes? Funnily enough, there are so many guards from Olkar that they do spread about from various towns, but General Sunmane herself and her close, well, lieutenants, captains and such, that are kind of definitely pretty close friends with her at this point for how long they served together. They actually set up at New Hope and help with the town guards there, especially considering the troubles that place can have. They, some of the members join the Dauntless Vigil, as does General Sunbane. Actually, the Dauntless Vigil is basically this stuff that you just guard against, but when a threat comes up that like needs to be dealt with then and there, and it's not sure if you'll actually come back from it, like, but it needs to be nipped in the bud before it gets close to New Hope. That's what the Dauntless Vigil's for. And yeah, given the vast open plains around New Hope as well, like, she uses her abilities as a centaur to really stampede some foes down. Improvements are made to the defenses. there's a lot less stress on some of the people of New Hope to like join the guard because it's still quite a small town and still growing. There was not so many people that becoming a guard was like a choice. Like they weren't conscripted, but it was like heavily encouraged. So like you should join the guard for like at least a little bit as part just to get trained up for what may attack New Hope. But now they have that luxury of a bunch of already trained guards to make it completely optional. Your parents, funny enough, they stay in New Hope. So after many visits and like a few years down the line, they actually moved to Deeproot. It's where you are, it's where their grandchildren are, like, or at least some of them. And they just learn to kind of enjoy the lifestyle there and learn the language. Your father uses some of his training and basically gets himself back in shape and back to being a warrior. Because he was sitting pretty easy in the city for a long time. So, your mother actually like learns magic from Mother Hawk. Basically becomes a druid in terms of her casting abilities. Woof woof. Woof. I'm catching the barks. Ah. Alright, he becomes... Eventually, both of them do go on their naming hunt. And your mother's new name... Yeah, your mother's name becomes Mother Scorpion. As far as like their Deeproot name. your father becomes... Father Sabretooth. You are still, of course, Roaring Dragon. Okay. They do. And yeah, you raise a... like, your rock child eventually is fully grown, the massive full-on rock, who also gets rights. And of course you raise your youngest and 2 other children eventually. And just life is good. You go out hunts, you live off the land, and this rather harmonious this hunter-gatherer lifestyle. Of course there are times where you do need to sort things out, but you're never away for more than like a week, maybe at the most a month at a time. Like, and yeah, family life is good. No one's on their phones. In deep. Yes, definitely. Like, look at this. No one's on their phone, no one's distracted, everyone's just in the moment, paying attention, loving life. And it's the 3 of you like stabbing at an actual Tyrannosaurus. Like, sorry, I just find those images funny when they take like a historic image and put like, no one's on their phone, look how good this is, and it's just a massacre typically. Oh. So of course you have other family kind of to think about. Oh, why did I... Why did they all... Hold on. Doch. 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 Ah, Rodat. The inheritor of the Hearth Flame. As sometimes he will come by, basically request to convey, like, freaking, why is that word escaping me right? Commune! With the remaining essence of his mother, in the axe. while he has inherited the flame, there's still fire in Velodio's claw. It definitely seems to be like a comfort thing. Calming influence on the young, growing teenage dragon. Oh, especially when you... Huh? Go ahead. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ha 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 ha. The Death Knight is very clear that at no point did I wager anyone's soul in this. There shall be death one way or the other, and I shall be satisfied. What happens afterwards, not my concern. And... Jesus, alright, that... Okay. No, I'm just talking about, like, how would the fight... You know what? I think it'd take too long to actually play the whole fight. Well, actually, it might not. But, I just don't know how much you would have, like, leveled up over this time, and what level you would be fighting him for the second time. Yeah, why not? You know what? Make yourself level 15. Okay, Death Knight Legacy. I don't want the freaking new one. It's probably even more powerful. Nice. Because you would have got a level up for finishing that fight, and then level up for roleplay of that, and then like life experience level up. Like, all right. Well then. What? Oh, yeah, that. Okay. The fucking hit points. Yay. Hey Kai, what's up? Oh shit, the Discord's muted. Alright, when did...
Wow.
What? Wow. When... Wow.
It might have been when you toggled to talk to Sky.
It was. Ah, shit. Okay, so recap. Fuck. First of all.
Yeah, that was all of Kriv's stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you heard my side of it, I guess. As I explain what happened. So yeah, Kriv settled down to be a family man in Deep Root. Now that after the parents moved to Deep Root, got their names and all that kind of stuff, and the big rock's all grown up, they've gone to challenge the Death Knight that they promised a duel to, and is leveling up to level 15 for this. Sira's going as well, just to maybe possibly have to revive him afterward. Um... Okay, I'll just use this as a token for it. And we'll just... I guess we'll do like the just no movement involved, just basic attacks back and forth. Just because I'm super curious. Which way this would go. Your token's on the map somewhere.
I mean, I've got... Oh, there's Solda.
And Spellbreak, and apparently that's it.
I think we're just using that as markers for travel.
Boop. Or I need to update that health.
Huge crib.
Oh yeah, definitely need to update that health. I got 154 now. That's like 100 more hit points than what that token says.
All
We're
right.
at 15th level now.
Roll your initiative.
Still goes before me. As always. Considering a negative dex, you know, a +4 initiative isn't bad.
Everybody's used Demonic Dragon's Lair from Forge Your Destiny Dungeon playlist for this fight. But it's pretty epic. Well, okay, he's gonna start the fight. One of us shall die. I will be satisfied regardless of... And he's gonna start with his one-a-day ability, like he did when you fought him the first time. Hellfire Orb!
Alright, DC. Let me dexterity saving throw.
Do it.
Well, I take that. I only take half the fire because armor.
Yeah. So 49 total.
Yeah.
You should have been ready for that. And it's your turn.
You should be ready for this. I move up and I'm gonna can. Let me see. It's every 2 levels above third. It's fine. I'm gonna start by casting Spirit Shroud on my weapon as a bonus action. Let me just display that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be radiant damage, and then I'm going to swing at him with the Claws or Levio.
Alright.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me! This is my epic moment! Whatever. I get 2 attacks. And a 4. So, we have, of my 3 rolls, a 2, a 1, and a 4. It's going great. That's me.
Oh, even at level 15 you don't have your third attack yet?
Paladins don't get 3 attacks.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's fighters that do that.
Their damage is in their Divine Smite.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been neglecting your trainings? Comes in. 3 swipes.
Well, only the first one hits.
Clang, clang. Slash clang, clang.
Is it
He is
one-handed or
one-handing.
two-handed?
So,
Okay, so 9 plus 18 is 27. And then I have to concentration check. My Spirit Shroud. Fine. There's a high roll for once.
yeah.
Alright, and I return fire.
I'm waiting for that one hit, and it's gonna be like your max level Divine Smite. That definitely hits.
Firing a 4th level Divine Smite into that.
Oh, you are ascended as well with the weapon, so
Oh, am I?
whatever. Yeah, because you absorbed the heart.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I only have the Waking version.
Oh, did I not?
Yeah, but it's
I made the.
maybe
I might not have added.
Oh, okay.
but just point of order, it's a 3d6.
I'll just add that right now.
Close the Lodio Ascendant. Yeah, I put it there if you want to swap it out.
Yeah, I see it.
Cool.
I got it.
Wussies.
So this will be an extra one. Let me just do this and boop. So that's the standard damage. I have the Ascendant on, so it already is. And then Spirit Shroud damage is D8 of Radiant. And then with this, it's 3d6 fire. And then the 4th level Divine Smite.
Okay, so technically he's undead. Of course.
So that's 68, right?
I think so. Let me just double check Divine Smite.
14.
It's
32 so far.
yeah. So if he is undead, it would be 68, which is the max.
Maximum.
28.
We're on 32, so 60.
Just even 60. Second swing.
Second swing.
That was on a natural 20, and then it tipped over to an 8.
22. He will use his reaction to parry, making that a miss.
I see. Jerk. I don't have any. Let's see here. Bonus action.
Better.
I'm gonna shove him down.
Oh yeah. Athletics check.
I mean, it doesn't do much, but it's the principle of it.
Opposing strength roll.
Tie, so he still remains standing.
You forget he does the parry, but then like you're pushing in so hard that it does like the blade clash, and you like lock together for a moment.
Yeah. All right. His turn.
Like he goes to parry, but yeah, the fact that you turn that parry into like a blade lock, he's just a little bit like you see the flames kind of just go a little bit like he's feeling something. Like pushing you back, or at least enough for him to get blade reach. One, 2, 3.
The first 2 hit. Wait, no, hold on. The 18 misses, so it's just the 25. So 8 plus Jesus 23. 31.
You're seeing as the blades, like when the blades clash, there was like the radiant energy and the fire, and it's like you got the freaking necrotic black smoke coming off of his blade. It's just like, and they're clearly like hitting together, but like liquids that won't like mix. They're just like pushing off each other.
Mm-hmm. All right. Once again, my turn. I think I get parried again.
You get parried again. 32. He ain't parrying that.
Third level Mind Smite into this, which will be 5d8. So there's that.
If-
Plus the 5d8.
Holy
Plus
shit.
the d8 from Spirit Shroud.
That's 2 8s in that motherfucker.
Yeah, and then the 3d6. So we have 30,
6 in that
56, 63.
Plus 15, right?
Yeah, I counted that. The 15 plus the 15 is 30.
Yeah. Right,
Plus
right,
the 26.
Sorry, I missed it.
Right. Yes, 26. No, sorry,
63.
63.
63.
He's bloodied.
I mean, so am I.
You can see
Yeah.
the flame starting to flick between the plates of his armor.
Actually, I have a question. That hell, once a day, hell blast thing he does,
Hellfire orb, yeah.
is that technically a spell? And it could be, just
it's an
countered.
action.
That's just an ability. Gotcha. Continue.
However, he backs up a bit from you after that blow, and he will stick his hand out as darkness basically forms in his hand. He lifts his hand, and this gathered energy goes to slam it on the ground, causing a burst of necrotic energy that ripples out towards you.
Is that a spell?
Yes. Takes a step back and he just says, "Yes, I feel it. Soon one of us will die." And then, boom, fucking spell. Counter spell. 3rd level or lower. It is a 5th level spell.
Great. Okay, so I need to make a charisma check. I need a 15 or higher.
Yep.
So I need a 12 or higher on the die. Exacties. Fuck.
He hit.
It
You
was
see,
meant to be.
you see his fist like punch into the ground, but like the spell doesn't come out. He just for a moment opens his fist, looks at it, clenches again, looks up at you, and he's just like, "That I was not expecting from you. My mistake. Make me pay for it."
I fought an archmage. You think I wouldn't be ready against spells? And then my turn?
Yep. As he tried to cast Destructive Wave.
29.
29, definitely. Wait. Yep, that's not in parry range.
Gonna do a 2nd level spell slot for this one. So there's that. Here's the Radiant Spirit Shroud. Here's the 3d8 for the smite. Here's the 3d6 for the fire. Alright, so we have 30, 41, 49 points of damage.
49 points of damage. He's barely hanging in there. He goes down to one knee for a moment and pushes himself back up as if his armor's getting heavy at this point.
Do I go for a saving throw attack? No, let's just hit him. Because I can replace one of my attacks with my breath weapon. But I think it's just better to go for the damage, the hit. Nope. Definitely parrying that.
He's down on one knee. You come for the second strike. He just manages to basically like lift his sword and catch your axe before standing back up.
As he goes to stand, I'm going to try and bash him back down. Okay, he pushes against my shield, and I take a step back. That necrotic damage is murdering me. Alright. This is literally Necrotic Knight against Radiant Paladin. It's so cool.
Alright. He lifts his sword. He throws his shield to the ground and two-hands his longsword and comes at you.
I'm definitely not surviving.
1, 2, 3. Holy shit.
Well, the 22 hits me. The
For
other two
only
miss.
30 damage.
Yeah, which means I have 17 hit points left.
Awesome.
That's so cool. It's like you clash blades, but then he manages to get you, and then you manage to catch the other one with your shield. And then... Fuck, this is cool.
My axe comes around after my shield knocks his blade away and goes straight for his belly.
$29. You see him try to parry, but it whiffs, and you get him full on center mass. Roll damage.
I was saving it for a crit, but fuck it. My last 4th level slot for a Divine Smite.
Swam.
So there's that damage. Here's the 68 from the Smite. The D8 from Spirit Shroud. 3d6. Oh, no. Alright, so 34, 40, 53.
53. He misses that parry. You get him square in the gut. You see the radiant energy start to like from between the bits of like his bits of plate, and you can see it start to creep up like into his helmet. He just stabs his sword into the ground, and he's just not even looking at you. He's like looking at the ground, like clearly defeated. And he goes, "Tell me."
I think
Ow.
in this moment, recognizing.
Okay,
Oh, go ahead. No,
Is-
go ahead with the bundle.
tell me. What is it again you fight for?
For my family. For the world, for the innocents, and for this plane.
They're pretty strong. Boom, then the radiance just fully explodes from him and he's just gone. Woo! Bits of armor just scatter around as whatever was bound within it is just completely destroyed. That sword still just planted in the ground.
Sarah
Take
will
it.
cancel her summon spell and approach.
You see, Galatis is there like clap, 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 and then dispelled.
Yeah.
Kriv lays on his hand on himself, dumping my whole freaking lay on hands pool.
Yeah.
And then
Sarah will expend her healing as well.
cool. He'll go to the sword that's planted in the ground, pick it up. You fought well. He'll keep that as a souvenir.
Awesome. And then Sierra will vamp us back home.
And now, to track down a goblin. I half expected him to just like the Hell Knight to Kobold, yes. I have expected the Hell Knight would explode. Criv would turn to Sierra as like, yeah, I won, and then just out of the bushes, stab.
It was always a possibility.
But yeah, Criv would track down Shiv and do their final battle.
Okay. Do you You're not quite sure who that person was, or why they were able to treat such a large sword as a long sword, but it's clearly a great sword when you see its true size trying to pick it up.
Damn.
What alignment are you again?
Where is that? Notes? Background. Haha, background. I am lawful good.
Lawful good. You feel this blade try to repulse your touch. At least trying to grab it by the handle.
Would instead case of cloth, wrap it up. Again, he's not trying to use it. It's a memento for this fight.
Alright, cool. You have a clearly very evil sword as a memento. Excellent.
Ah, yes. Evil sword as a memento, just kept around the house like, kids, don't touch it.
Did you ever get it identified, or you just like, just put it in a box on the wall?
Oh,
Lock
I mean,
that box.
Rivet's there. I could
Rivet's
just ask
there.
Rivet to identify it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So, Rivet seems kind of identifies it and immediately is like, oh, nope, not touching it. Nope. Like,
I mean, you have to touch it to identify it.
she does, but then she immediately like takes that glove off and kind of throws it to one side after she's done it. And it's like, nope. That is a sentient blade known simply as the Black Razor.
Ah, I see.
It is a legendary great sword that this Death Knight wielded like it was a long sword. And yes, it's sentient. It just needs to be fed souls on a regular basis, otherwise it starts to disagree with the wielder. And given some of the other powers it has, it and the Death Knight may have been in disagreement, for it apparently has the ability to cast haste once per day, but didn't.
Wowie.
That, yes, his 3 attacks could have become 4.
Yes.
Terrifying.
Yes, they could have done.
Terrifying.
Well, next, isn't your weapon attack action on such things all of the attacks from your attack action?
No, hasted action is 1 weapon attack.
One weapon attack only, yeah.
Yep.
See that. Yep.
That's what keeps high-level fighters on haste from being like, I make 9 attacks using action surge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
never mind that in real life you could probably swing your sword that many times in 6 seconds.
High-level martial art expert, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. I need to go get the character sheet I made for Shiv.
Oh my goodness.
Made it. Oh, sorry. Apparently I named him Shank. But, oh well, we said Shiv now.
Yeah.
Shiv and Kriv, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sierra will also accompany Kriv to this one in jest. She knows that he's going to be okay.
Alright. Okay. Good to see you still okay, guy.
On the one hand, that Hell Knight was a scary fight because, like, we fought him and he was, like, capable of all that shit at the casino. So, and I'm like, I got stronger, I could take him.
Yeah.
Shiv, we fought when we were still on Allcore, before we were yeeted off the dragon. And he gave us trouble. But it was technically still a possible fight. But now I'm terrified about what he's done to get stronger in the interim.
I might be misremembering this, but didn't he survive because I did a medicine check on him?
Yes, I think you stabilized him.
Yeah.
You stabilized him, and then while we were distracted, he slipped away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is one other person that I would want to check him on. It doesn't matter. Quite as much as the others.
I only have the token. Let me see if I can find the artwork I used to. Pinterest. Yes, bad idea. Probably where. There it is.
I assume it would take me sometime after the Hell Knight fight to find Shiv, so I'm long rest again.
Yeah, you long rest. But then you're like, I need to go find Shiv for his fight, and then he suddenly sort of appears. Actually, you find him pretty close by. He's become good friends with Des.
Oh God, the chaos! Now I absolutely can't kill him because my sister-in-law would fucking murder me.
In fact, it's very clear that they're a couple now. Tiny short
She'd
kobold,
absolutely
big
murder me.
lizard folk wife.
Living the dream, man. I respect him for it.
He's Vegeta.
Oh my goodness. And I'm. What would I be? If Kriv is Goku. Guess I'm Krillin. or 17.
Behold,
Or 18 rather.
Shiv.
Damn.
Oh Jesus! Look badass,
out.
boy.
Alright, let me just quickly change his name on this character sheet. Shit. Alright. He has... Let's give him some basic feats. Stuff that... No. Alright. Are you ready for the shiv?
I don't know.
He's gonna be funny. Well, maybe not. Determined, to say the least.
I will let you know. I'm absolutely doing non-lethal. I am not killing this man.
That's fine.
I fear my sister-in-law.
So you find... Oh, big. He kind of walks up to you as you find the spot to fight. He just kind of crosses his arms, looks up at you and goes, "It seems I've had to come to an agreement not to kill you. So defeating you is what I will do."
Not if I'm the one to defeat you.
Just try it. And he steps back, and he just kind of like rolls his shoulder with his metal arm, clenches his fist, and takes up a fighting stance. No weapon.
Ooh,
Just
like he's a monk.
straight hands.
Shit, he's gonna throw hands.
Alright. Shiv. Roll initiative! I still say Shank even though I changed it to Shiv, but okay.
It's fine.
He gets to go first.
Everyone goes before Griff.
Yeah. He starts off, and you see on his metal arm a rune glow. And he steps in to attack you with a punch.
This guy just crashed. Fuck.
I mean, just because of the art of his fucking arm, honestly. 20. Misses. Okay, it's the off roll, but still.
The 22 meets and beats.
Meets it, beats it. Just 6 damage. He's only straight hands.
Yeah.
But boy, that was still a pretty good punch.
Yep. Nice little kidney punch there.
Yeah. Alright.
If
He's gonna action
that's it
surge.
for action surge. Muda, 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 muda.
Bam!
Oh my god, this guy inherited Killian's abilities.
And the miss in the second one. He like misses with the first one, then comes up with a gut check, and he like before you like while you're still like slightly pushed back by the first gut check, the second one comes in, but then he whiffs the last hit. Like, weapons failed me before, so I have decided to become the weapon.
I mean, badass.
Your turn.
All right. I'll say right now, I'm not smiting this little guy. He'll explode. I cannot make a smite non-lethal.
Smash! Dear God, please don't kill this.
All right, 20.
20 hits.
All right. $23 damage.
$23 damage. Oh. Alright, so. The slashing damage gets halved.
Well, how about that?
The fire damage gets halved. So the radiant goes through. So wait, 7, 8. Wait, it's technically. No, you got a half each damage you're gonna do. Right, so yeah. 7.
The slashing would go
11.
7.
Right?
Yeah, 11. Well, this is going to be a slugfest.
Now I see how you fight. Wait, second attack.
Yeah. 24, which
24
should hit.
Definitely hits.
Three d6. So 5, 2, and 3. So 10 damage after reductions.
Boom. He takes the second hit and he's like, yes, now I really see. And his eyes kind of flash as he invokes another rune. And you see lightning crack in his eye.
Oh, the storm rune? Shit.
And he's gonna come in and he's gonna start attacking you with advantage, predicting your defensive moves. Because he had one goal. And he is doing everything in his power to achieve that goal.
Alright, that'll hit.
Boom!
10.
You see, like, his punch coming at you, but as you bring your shield up, like, suddenly the punch is coming from over there. Like, fucking feints and shit. Yes. All right. Yep. Your turn, Krev.
All right. Definitely hitting that.
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right. So fire reduces to 6, 12.
Oh, we are.
Is doing 8. 20 damage.
Okay. He is bloodied. Or at least, because you're doing non-lethal, he just does the freaking knuckle on the mouth. Wipes some blood from his lip, like... He just smiles.
I grin back at him. And as I'm grinning, boom.
Bang! Second hit.
7, 11, 13 damage.
Yes. Damage indeed. Alright.
His turn. Come on, buddy. Punch fest.
Yeah. Alright. Let me fight you eye to eye. And he grows to a medium creature. Or a large creature. I forget what size kobolds are. Kobolds small? But the feeling they're small.
Yeah, kobolds are small.
Yeah, so he just becomes like bigger, slightly buffer, taller.
Well, I mean that's the fun part about the Brood Knight's ability is it's you become large. It's not you go up a size.
Yeah.
It's become large. That's why I had a fairy character design as a Brood Knight who it's like I go from this freaking tiny ass dude to freaking who'd you call small?
He's like, this is what I wanted. This is the fight I was waiting for. Like, and those fists are suddenly a lot bigger.
But still, I block them.
Damn.
Boom, boom. I thought things just as big. You had more of an advantage when you were small and more nimble. And I'm going to swing for him. Oh, I think that one misses.
He brings his freaking metal arm up like a shield and just ching. And
I slide it up the arm to hit him in the head. Just like screeching noise.
18.
+7, 18. Yeah.
He's looking pretty bloodied. Well, he's not. Looking pretty bruised, I guess, for non-lethal. He steps back. And he will second win. And then punch you. Bam. And then giant smite damage. Punch.
Real.
Well.
Yeah, that hits with the advantage.
Yes, I forgot to hold shift. For 8 more. That's his turn.
Alright. My turn! Ah.
Definitely hit. Uh, 8, 15, 20. He's looking real tired now. He's even holding his metal arm like Vegeta.
Alright. With him, so the act comes up, digging into him, and then point blank, I just unleash my cold breath. Cool off. Come on, roll the 3. Right, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 21 cold damage, DC 17 dex.
In his enlarged form, he's a bit slower than... And, yeah. You see it kind of start to freeze him, and then it stops just as it gets to around his neck, and he's like... Ugh. Fine. You win.
Put the axe away, break him out of the ice. It was a good fight. Maybe we'll do this again sometime if our respective significant others allow it.
Oh, they're both like here, and they're both having a great time.
They're just like, they have like little like flags with our names on them, like cheering us on with popcorn, foam fingers.
Yeah, like instead of popcorn, they got like, you know, like dried crickets or something.
Yeah. Awesome.
Ah.
My man beat up your man.
Sierra will offer medical assistance, but
He holds his
she'll
hand out.
understand if he refuses it.
No, I must learn from this. As he starts to say, I will definitely keep on training for a lot longer for next time. And he turns to you, and he just swings out for like the freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger arm, like shake, the clasping hands, like.
Does.
Oh my goodness. The what's his name? Major Armstrong, from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah, that, yeah. And yeah, he's just like. Well, if I had defeated you the first time I tried, I would have been disappointed. Given the fact that you just saved the world and everything. Next time. He just
Next
walks
time.
over to Des and like stands next to her, just folds his arms. Like, he doesn't look upset. He looks determined. Like,
I imagine Dez just gives me the 2 fingers to her eyes and at me, just glare like.
oh, she's ecstatic. Like, she's like, hey, It is good that it is you two that were fighting. Sela would have killed you. I joke, I joke. Yes, joke.
I wouldn't.
Yes, just joke.
Yeah. It's nice to see you after so long.
It has been too long, yes?
Right.
Now, I know what we promised. As therefore you know what that means, Shiv.
Oh.
I do. And it's like, right, come. It is time for eggs.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Wow. Awesome.
And she starts walking off, he looks over to you, Crib, and he goes... I knew I'd lose. As I said, I would have been disappointed if I had beat you. And then he turns and walks away.
Oh my gosh. What? What does that even mean? Oh my god. Wait. We were gonna...
Dun, 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 dun.
Wow. Okay. Why did winning make him not get laid? Oh. Maybe. Okay, I'm not gonna put that into words.
Alrighty.
Wow. Okay. That's how we end. Well, we've still got rivets. That block.
Yeah. Well, that's how Crib's
That's how
epilogue
Chris'
ends.
story ends. Yeah.
Plenty more happens after that, but it's all good life.
Yeah. There's plenty of family.
Alright, let's take a break. I'll give Skylar one more poke. I'll take out 10
make
minutes.
sure to fix the Discord when you come back into the call.
What?
Remember before when it got muted or whatever.
Yes, okay. Well, we're back in 10 minutes. Bit of a later break, but hey, I still have stuff I want to go through afterwards, even if Sky doesn't show up, but still. Be right back, everybody.
Discord unmuted. As am I.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah.
So no word from Sky.
No, I called a third time and message and so yeah, with Sky not here, there's a few things I want to go through. It's not gonna be as much, seeing that Sky is not here. But still, is everyone gonna be good to continue this time slot for next campaign?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I would never say no to that. My Thursdays would feel so empty without this.
So, I've actually been picking up an idea that Miles initially had as to what I might want to run for my next system.
Yep.
Will be a mix between Starfinder, 2nd edition, and Lancer, the very Titanfall-esque pilot and mech game, but I'm mixing the two because I want to better focus on having missions that are just you, like, on foot with the Starfinder stuff, and then also having the opportunity for, like, almost like, you know, when the monster gets big in Power Rangers, and that's when you call in the mechs, like.
Yeah. For that, because again, I gave some thought to this myself. The best solution I sort of came up with is anything on foot and doing pilot stuff. Just use like the Starfinder system. Once the mechs get involved, like if we go into mechs, it should be like a team group thing, and then we just switch to the mech sheets. Because it's just trying to mix like those systems mechanically is difficult, because Pathfinder goes off the piezo where the higher level you go, the bigger your modifiers are, while Lancer tends to keep modifiers pretty low. But you have the theoretics of say, hey, it's only a couple mechs. We don't need to call in the big guns. We as Starfinders can handle these mechs with just our class abilities, quote unquote.
Yeah. Okay, so been a few thoughts here. Like, okay, first of all, like, you know, want to make sure everyone's on board with like sci-fi.
I mean, like, I prefer. I mean, it's 5e's the only tabletop RPG I've ever really played. I mean, I'd be willing to like give it a shot, but it would take me a while to get used to it.
I mean, in deference to Maxine, I am totally fine playing 5e. I still need to play a freaking wizard.
Yeah, I'm wanting to play a more martial character.
Yeah, because I used to play Pathfinder back in the day before I got to 5th edition. Like, played some 3.5, but 4th,
Yeah, I
completely ignored it. But yeah, and then when 5th came out, I'm like, okay, I may switch over now.
I think
Yeah, I was the same.
I think I played Pathfinder a long time ago. So much so that I don't remember the system.
Yeah,
I played Path.
I played a little bit of 4E when I was like 12. I remember reading those books and seeing like, oh yeah, 21st level feature that lets you do 4 more damage. Wow.
Yeah. Because when I first...
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I did a 3-year campaign in Pathfinder 1E using the Rise of the Rune Lords Anniversary Edition module, which I think I still have the rules for that somewhere. It is... They've since moved on to 2nd edition, and then there's Starfinder 1st and 2nd edition. It basically handles the action economy with 2nd edition. Like, you just have 3 actions. You can use them, move actions 3 times, or like, because certain things, it's like this costs 1 action point, this might cost like 2 or 3. Spells tend to be a little more action cost heavy just because, they're spells.
Yeah. And it kind of synchronizes slightly with the way Lancer does things. Because Lancer is you've got 2 standard actions or your full action, as well as the move. Move is still separate, but still.
Yeah, which is why it was potential to like mix those systems. But there's still some jank in there that would need playtesting and smoothing out. Which, given that we try to introduce Maxine, I don't feel that that's something we should do simply because we'd have to sort of introduce her to 2 new systems instead of just 1.
That's
so
true.
I think for this, we're better off sticking with the 5e.
Okay, I do have other ideas, of course. Because like the way I was actually gonna have like Starfall, I was gonna call it, because Lancer is very much like Titanfall, and then of course it's Starfinder.
That would be cute. I like that idea. Yeah.
And the thought is that it's kind of a continuation. Because there's that spaceship in Alt-Wallab.
True.
And as part of
Yes.
Skylar's like roundup at the end, I was gonna pose the fact that Blix and Rivet probably take off to space. And then they may be somehow involved in the next campaign.
Maybe we should discuss this with.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping they would be here. But also, like, I don't know. I just want to give another system a try.
5e. I'd even be happy with trying out the new rules. To be honest.
Oh, that's true. There's a lot of that to deal with.
I'm in a game for 2024 right now. On Saturdays, it's fun. I like some of the changes. Barbarians being able to just use their bonus action to keep rage going is really good. Lay on hands now being a bonus action is real good. I like the sorcerer's innate magic thing, where it's like they basically like, all my attacks for the next minute are at advantage, and my save DCs are +1. Real good. I play sorcerer in that game.
Cool.
It's fun. I enjoy some of the stuff. I haven't delved too deep into it. Just basically picking up what I need as it comes up. But it's not... I don't think it's too drastic of a change here and there. But in some cases, that can be a problem, because then you're like, oh yeah, this is the rules I remember, because that's how it was in 2014, but they changed it in 2024, so you just have to be careful sometimes.
Yeah, because that's also the thing with it being like I mean, definitely have different options as well, but the one my brain's been stuck on is that I've been basically kind of like writing a one-shot for this mixed system, just as like a trying it out thing. It's probably gonna take me a bit to get that kind of sorted, especially with like myself having to learn the new system as well. But yeah, maybe sticking with 5e better. I'm just trying to think. Because I like the idea of kind of like continuing in the same universe, but as the whole system mixing is gonna make that difficult. Unless I just try and learn straight up Starfinder with the one system, and then maybe much later down the line try and mix in something else. I don't know. Like, a lot of people were saying, like, if you're mixing systems on like Foundry or something, just upload the system on Foundry as the most complicated of the two systems, and then just put PDFs of like what you need from the other one. But anyway, yeah, it's still rattling around in there. I do have a few other things. I have a couple of other one-shot ideas. Kind of like using 5e, but thematically changing stuff. I had the idea of doing like almost like a Devil May Cry kind of one-shot. But like using 5e mechanics. Where it's just like, you know, dark gothic themes, fantasy and all that, and demon slaying, etc. But yeah, there's a lot rattling around in my head. But yeah, even with the Starfall thing, I was thinking like, well, it might not be straight up enemy robots. It might be a thing where like there's almost like an event that happens that like one of the enemies, like you know, almost like a demon coming through to our reality, like kind of gets turned into, like it would be mechanically one of the frames from Lancer, but then like theme it as like fucking Evangelion angel kind of shit, like or some form of demon. But yeah, no, it's all buzzing around in there. There's lots. We have lots of options. Wow. And this is like a good time to get everyone together to talk about it. But yeah, we can try something with 2024. I might also try and make the jump over to Foundry.
I recommend if you're going to do that, try using Forge, which is basically Foundry, but hosted via like a website, so that you don't need to be online for the players to access the game.
Okay.
If they want to just like look at their sheets and stuff.
Yeah, that makes it like Roll20 in a way.
Yeah, it's the Foundry system, but hosted basically like Roll20, so that because that's the issue with like our Lancer game was I needed to have the game open and running as the host for you guys to mess with it.
Yeah, Forge VTT.
Funny story about Forge. I played it in a game like a year ago using Forge, and the DM suddenly said like, oh yeah, I can't play anymore, this is too much. And then like 2 months later I accidentally click on the link to it in my bookmarks, and he's playing it in the same link with a different group, which was kind of wild.
Asshole. Oh, so it's by the same people? Yeah, it says as a Forge user you can try Foundry. What? Okay. So you need to actually have a Forge license to do it.
Forge license or a Foundry license?
Start looking into this. Okay. I also spend some time figuring. Um, definitely. I don't know if I have next week. It's gonna be. Hopefully, at some point, I can catch Sky and probably do like a very brief stream to run her stuff so that we, like, all of you can watch what she's doing, and we do start talking about stuff in the future. Then, of course, you in if you fit into. Oh. Wow, okay, yeah, this is a lot. I can't deal with this right now. I'll come back to the whole Foundry thing. Ah, alright, just
Sure.
trying to think while the right. There's a lot. I'll just have to try and start taking more notes as I think of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, my brain kind of
Yeah,
halted.
I mean, I will say thank you again for running this amazing campaign.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, I suppose I should open the floor up. Is there any questions about the campaign that you had? Any stuff that you didn't discover or like were curious around but never found out?
Yeah. Fire Castle.
Fire Castle?
Was this a gate, wherever this place is? In the
Yeah, no,
Oh
I
yeah,
see
at
it.
the bottom.
Yeah, that.
Oh yeah.
That place, I actually just like. At no point did I get a hint you were actually heading there. I didn't play anything. I had ideas for it,
Fair.
but I didn't actually put anything in like concrete.
Good
Fair.
work.
There's gonna be lots of like methods and fire elementals and
Yeah.
such like. Well, just a bunch of fire demons and stuff. Maybe some form of Hellgate, you know.
So basically, it was a small version of the fire elemental plane. Got it.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I mean, the only thing.
Okay, you can
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
The only question I have is more of a meme in what happened to Philip and his elf woman.
From the place up here.
After the first time, he never needed to pay again.
Oh my goodness. Oh god.
Well, if I recall,
What
she gave
Audrey
him his
treatment.
money back after that first time.
Yes, he still doesn't need to pay it.
Oh. I do have one question, I think. What happened with the shadow dragon?
Shadow Dragon.
One down here near Old Olaf.
Yeah. They watched. Just watched. They...
Mhm.
know what they are now, know what happened, know what they were. And when more and more people started coming to these forests after Lotho was laid to rest, they stepped through the gate to the Shadowfell and sort of left the forest unguarded. Let the emerging recovery and all the different people. They didn't feel like they belonged there anymore, so they just stepped into the Shadowfell that had taken them over and basically make sure no one comes through. Like this, some curious creature goes to step into the Shadowfell and just the big dragon finger just pushes them by the face backwards. Just no. Eventually, yeah, they just seal the gate and let the Shadowfell's influence proceed from the. That's the best thing they think they could really do. They have some resentment that all of you did what they could not, and just like, it's best if I just left, you know. Any other curiousness?
Well, we don't have our note taker with us.
That's true. I mean, maybe that's why we should like have a second
we should probably
epilogue.
have a second epilogue. Yeah.
Yeah.
We still didn't maybe cover some things from our stuff, like maybe the party or whatever. Or maybe that can be off screen. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but also, you know, if all of us are here for Epilogue 2 Electric Boogaloo, then we can cover that next week.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah, so we still have something going on next week. It's just give me more time to plan some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And think about things.
I got systems to study. Because there's a lot of changes in 2024 that I probably need to take a better look.
Yeah.
Totally.
I also need to buy the book, and that's expensive.
No, you don't.
The base rules are on there or whatever.
Yeah. If you need access to a lot of stuff, honestly, 5e Tools has access to it, and it's all free.
That's true.
Like, I'm not a fan of giving Wizards of the Coast my money right now.
That's also why I want to switch system. But,
yeah, I mean, but we can do that without spending money on them.
Yeah. But it's just that if I'm rerunning D&D,
right,
Beyond
we would be
helps a
using
lot.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
But for the sheets and stuff. Yeah, but like with Forge or whatever, that has all the stuff there, right?
Oh, I suppose. Yeah.
I mean, or at least my game that I played in it did.
Yeah, Forge has a lot of the stuff on there. And
yeah, but there's a tool here on Forge that says to sync up to your D&D Beyond to get all the content you've bought there. Like,
We'll see if that's necessary, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I can probably warm up to playing a different system and all that, but I do apologize for being apprehensive.
That's okay. It's a big step for me too. Like it's all new. Well, one system I'm getting better at. I need to look at the DM side of it. But I've been having a lot of fun with Lancer because big mech fight with big personalities. And what's kind of cool is that with Lancer, like only the DM has to buy stuff. There's like a resource for players to have everything without paying a penny. If you want to remain fantasy, I have other ideas as well.
Oh, I'm gonna go eat, I think.
Okay, yeah, we'll conclude here. We'll find someone to raid. If I think of anything, I'll just make a note of it for next week.
All right.
Alright, well thanks all for being here, and once again I'm gonna go see Saiyajin Vidalia. Because they're pretty fucking cool. And as always, please be good to yourself, excellent to each other, and critically hit your enemies. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Bye.